Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the chronic illness tag. This is a set of questions by Kelly Patricia and I will link her channel down below. She is a fantastic YouTuber. Question number 1 is, what were you diagnosed with? I have been diagnosed with a whole bunch of conditions. As anybody with a chronic illness will know, you can't just have one, you have to have all of them. So when I was 9 years old, I was diagnosed with a condition called Turner syndrome, which is a chromosome abnormality that affects only females. As a result of that, I also developed a brain condition called idiopathic intracranial hypertension, which means I have excess pressure and fluid on my brain, which causes swelling and intense pressure. On top of all of that, I have a whole list of little bits and bobs that have just been thrown on there for good measure. I have scoliosis, I have a congenital heart defect, a bicuspid aortic valve, I have hypothyroidism and postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Question number 2 is, what do you do at night when you can't sleep? Sometimes the best thing to do is distraction, and I will sometimes read. But most of the time I will just lay there and try and doze up and try and get a bit more comfortable, make sure I have enough to drink. Question number 3 is the worst side effects or experience you've had with a medication. When I was very first diagnosed with idiopathic intracranial hypertension, I was put on, I think it was called acetazolamide, which is a diuretic that basically tried to take some of the fluid away from my brain. That was one of the hardest medications that I've ever had to take because I got really intense pins and needles. I completely lost my appetite. I don't remember much of it because it was when I was about 14 and I'm 19 now, so it was a good few years ago, but I was taken off it quite quickly because of the side effects. How has your condition impacted your mental health? People don't realise that physical and mental health run side by side. When you have a physical illness, of course your mental health is going to be affected as well. When you're in pain 24/7, you're not going to be happy 24/7. This isn't, I'm really trying hard not to make this a poor old me type of answer, but you know what, of course you're going to be sad. I lost my acting dreams, and with that I lost a big part of myself, at least I thought I did at the time. And you don't have to have it together 24/7, you don't have to be strong and positive all the time. Describe your social life. Non-existent. I have a long distance girlfriend. Our dates can't really be roller coasters and what the things do normal people do on dates? Going to the club. We can't do any of that. Our main go-to date is cinema and perhaps a meal if I'm feeling up to it. We have a very fulfilled dating life. I don't think either of us feel deprived or like we're missing out on anything. And with friends, I'm very lucky in the fact my friends are so patient and so understanding. I have a close-knit group of friends that I've known since I was about 13, and I've been there when I've been well and they've stayed when I was unwell. And they will come round and they will sit on my bed with me and catch up, and I'm very lucky that they are so understanding. Sometimes I'll go out for a meal, or yeah, my social life is pretty much non-existent. Thank God for the internet and for Skype and for Facebook that enables me to keep in contact with my friends. Number 6 is, what is the hardest thing to do when you're flaring? I suppose the hardest thing to do when I'm flaring is to be happy and smiling. Everything is getting on top of you and you're in horrible amounts of pain and you can't leave your bed. Question number 7 is, do you have worries for the future? And in short, no, I don't have any worries for the future. I'm not afraid of what might happen. I'm not scared of death or anything like that. You've just got to appreciate the now, live in the moment, but you do have to live each day like it's your last. Question number 8 is, what's your favourite comfort food? I love carbs. I'm a carb girl. I love pasta. I love crisps and biscuits. I also really love super noodles. They're just so comforting and they smell so good. I think if I would have one last lunch, it would be to have super noodles. Tell us a valuable lesson you've learned from being sick. Everything happens for a reason. I had it all planned out. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew what my life was going to be like. I thought I did anyway. And then all of a sudden I couldn't do what I wanted to do anymore. And I had to find a brand new outlook on life that wasn't, okay, how much have I lost? I had to think what I could gain, you know, what could be positive from all of this. So finding new hobbies is so important. Finding something that you enjoy doing, that you're passionate about. I found an absolute passion in art and painting that I would never have found otherwise. Name 3 things that you miss that were taken from you because of your health limitations. I initially trained to be an actress. I had it all planned out. I was going to go to drama school. I was going to move to London, and I was doing a course at Stratford College, and I absolutely loved it. And then I was hospitalised a couple more times and it just became impossible for me to be able to do that. And I miss being on stage. The second thing I miss is my independence. At the age of 14 I was able to go into town by myself and meet up with my friends and walk around and go shopping and go for lunch. Whereas now I can't go out by myself. There are days when I can't even make it to the bathroom by myself, and going from the most independent person that somebody could be to somebody who relied on other people. And the third thing would be school or college or university. I miss learning. I miss having loads to do every single day and every single night, coming home and doing all my homework. I was always the one who would come home and do her homework immediately and stay up until 11 o'clock doing her homework. And the final question, question 11, is how old were you when you started to experience symptoms? I was born with Turner syndrome, and it is something I will have for the rest of my life. And then my headache symptoms, I started getting those when I was 9 years old. And there are all the questions. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I had so much fun filming it. Be prepared for a part 2 and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Can you please, can I get this spider? Yeah, but we never got to do it because we couldn't get the...
I'm just gonna go ahead and get right started. What am I saying? I'm just gonna start again.